Hi there, it's Tim the Gym from Stronger for Longer here again with the third in our series of exercise for older adults, all designed to keep you stronger for longer to enable you to lead a quality later life. First of all, a couple of health warnings. If it hurts, don't do it. If you start becoming breathless at any stage, stop and rest. And finally, if you're using support, make sure the support is stable. For today's session, the equipment you need is an exercise band. They come in different strengths. And a chair. First of all, let's just recap on posture. So I'm now, from the top to bottom, I'm looking dead ahead. My spine is long. Draw my chin in, shoulders back and down, feet about hip width apart. Right, the first exercise we're going to do of the 10 balance exercises is side stepping. So you're going to turn to face your support, and from there, just side stepping up to a maximum of 10 steps, pause, and then back to your start position. If you don't need the support, you can take your hands off. The second exercise is flamingo swings. Make sure that you've got enough room behind you to be able to swing your leg and you're not going to hit anything or anybody. And from there, on one leg, I'm using support on both sides to start off with. I swing forward and then swing back. So the foot gently brushes the floor. As it goes just beyond me, I flip my heel up towards my buttocks. What I do to one side, I will do to the other. And rest there. I will do about 10 on each leg. Next exercise is heel raises. This is to keep the calf muscles strong and also working on our balance. So from there, I'm just lifting the heels up, brief hold, and slowly down. Trying not to put too much weight through the support. And slowly down. And that the weight is going, as you lift your heels, the weight is going all across the front of the forefoot. And down. And once again, we're going to do around about up to 10 of those. If we're comfortable with that, we're now going to try a toe walk. So we're going up onto our toes, and then we're going to take up to 10 steps. When we've done our 10 steps, we stop, stand normally, turn to face our support, and we'll do the same thing back to our start point. Good. The next exercise is a little challenging. We're going to try and raise our toes so we're balancing on our heels. You know, this will help strengthen the muscles of the lower leg, which helps us lift the toe up to avoid those cracks in the pavement, etc. So looking from the side, standing tall, I'm going to lift the toes up, trying not to stick my bottom out when I lift my toes up. If I can let go with one hand, I will. If I can let go with two hands, I will. Very challenging, this one. Then, like we did with the toe walk, if we're happy with that, we're going to try a heel walk. Up to 10 little steps, making use of support as necessary. When I've done my 10, back onto normal standing, turn to face your support, turn to face the other way, and then you'll walk back to the start point. Next one is a toe to instep walk. Now if you imagine my hands are your feet, the toe on one foot is level with the instep of the other. And we're going to try and keep that in a balance. From the side, if I'm happy with that, I can let go with one hand and I'm going to balance for up to 10 seconds. If I want to make it more challenging, I can try it with head turns. The progression from that then is a heel to instep walk. So again, I can start with one hand on, and then maybe if I'm happy with that, take both hands off. When I've finished, done my 10 steps, I will stand normally, turn to my support, and do the same thing back to my start point. Again, if we imagine my hands are your feet. The next one is a heel to toe. So it's like walking on a tight rope. Make sure there is a small gap between the heel and the toe. So I pick myself a line on the floor and I'm just initially just trying the stance. Take one hand off, take two hands off. If I'm comfortable with that, I can try it with head turns. Moving on from that is the heel to toe walk. So again, I've started with hands on, I'm comfortable with it, I can take hands off. When I've done my 10 steps, I just stand normally, turn to face the support and do the same thing back to my start position. The next one is our single leg balance. So from this, again, I've got support on both sides. I'm going to raise one leg off the floor in front of me. If I'm comfortable, I can let go with one hand or both hands. If I want the extra challenge, then I can try that with head turns. What you do on one side, you will do on the other, and you're going to try and hold that. Might be initially for a few seconds, try and build up to 10, and maybe up to 30 seconds. This is something you could do while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Finally, side leg raises. So I'm going to do this one side on or facing my support, and I'm just lifting one leg out to the side. If I'm happy with that, I can let go with one hand. I'm comfortable with that, I can let go with two. And I'm trying to balance on one leg, so when that leg returns, it doesn't actually touch the floor. And I will do up to 10 on each side. So those are our 10 balance exercises. We're now going to go into some strength exercises. So for this, we're going to be using a chair. We'll do some seated and we'll do some standing, and we will also be using a resistance band. The first one is our chair sit to stand. So to start off with, I'm going to move to the front third of my chair. Check my position. I'm always conscious of my posture, my upright posture. Before I stand up, I just draw my feet in slightly towards me. And from here, I'm going to do up to 10 sit to stands. And we're trying not to use our hands. So from here, you've got to drive up, really powering with those legs. So here we go. 1, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, and up to 10. Make sure that the chair is secure and it's not going to move away as you sit down. If that's a bit too difficult for you, we can do one of the other exercises that we showed in one of the earlier videos. Is from standing, we can do a half squat. So you've got support in front of you. Right, our next exercise is our chest press. So this is to keep strength in our arms when we have to push things away, if we do have to push off a lower surface. So for this, with our exercise band, we're going to put it on the shoulders. Palms are up. I'm sat tall again. And from here, I will push away from me till the arms are straight and then slowly back. I might go a little faster on the way out, but definitely slower on the way back. If I'm finding that easy, I can put two ends in one hand. So I've now doubled the resistance and slowly back. And again, I'm going to do up to 10 each side. Keep breathing throughout. No breath holding. It's not good for your blood pressure. The next exercise is the one for our outer thigh muscles. And that's going to help with our balance. and walking. And for this one, you take your band, my feet and knees are touching, wrap the band around once, wrap your band round twice, place your hands on top of the band, and then just inch your feet and your knees so they're about 6 to 10 inches apart. Then from here, what I'm going to do, I am going to push my knees apart, hold for a few seconds, and then slowly back. Let's come apart, I hold, breathing normally, may hold up to 5 seconds, and slowly back. And I'm going to aim to do 10 of those. If the band slips, put your feet and knees tight together again, reset the band, hands on top firmly, feet come apart, knees apart to start off with, and we push apart. Hello, Robin. Hold for 5, and then relax. So that's our outer thigh in seated. Next one is our upper back exercise. So this is going to exercise those muscles which help us keep our shoulders back, to stop us slumping like this. So from here, lay the band across your thighs, palms up, roughly fist width apart. Keep your elbows tucked into the side, roughly level with your navel. You pull apart and slide the band in towards your navel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Again, apart, slide back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. I don't know if I said, but you can see the band or the hands are about fist width apart. And we're going to do about 10 of those. Our next exercise is for the biceps. Okay, these are the ones if we're lifting up something heavy, and we can do it seated or standing. To start off with, hold the band as if you're holding a stick or a ski pole. Drop the band onto the floor, step both feet in, and then just inch the hands down the band so you're starting with a straight arm. Check that you're still sat tall with your chest lifted, and then from there, keeping the elbows tucked into the side, slowly pull the band towards your shoulders and slowly down. Keep breathing normally throughout. If you want the extra challenge, this exercise can be done standing. So now I've already put more tension on the band. Check my position, chest lifted, shoulders back and down, breathing normally, pulling the band towards my shoulders. Everything's done in a slow, controlled movement. And again, we're going to do up to 10 of those. Our next exercise is one for the backs of the arms. And again, this can be done seated or standing. So for this one now, my palms are down to start off with. I'm going to lower the band just below my knees. Very important to keep the arm straight if we want to target the triceps, the muscles at the back of the arm. And from there, I push back and down, brief hold, and then release. Push back, keep the chest lifted, thinking of your posture throughout, and relax. The standing version, I can place the band now on my thighs from the side, pushing back, brief hold, and relax. When you do it standing, you'll find that you engage some of the abdominal muscles too. So those are our 6 strength exercises. We're just going to finish off with 3 stretches. Again, I'm sat on the front third of my chair now. The first one is a chest stretch. I'm going to put my hands back behind me. I can rest them on the buttocks, or I can hold the back of the chair, lift my chest, squeeze my shoulder blades and elbows towards each other, and I'm going to count quietly 15 seconds for a hold. I'm just breathing normally again, no breath holding. Once I've done my 15 seconds, I want to just shake the arms off, and then I'm going to do a stretch of the muscles at the back of the thigh, the hamstrings. Rest 2 hands on the bent knee, extend one leg in front of you. Let the foot flop away as if you're pressing down on a brake pedal or an accelerator. Keep the upper body long, tall, bending from the waist until you feel a moderate stretch on the back of your thigh. And you're going to hold this for 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, then what you do on one side, you'll do exactly the same on the other side, holding for 15 to 20 seconds. The last stretch, it's similar to the one we just done. This is for the calf muscles, the back of the lower leg. Again, I'm going to start off by extending my leg, but instead of letting my toe or my foot press away from me, I'm going to draw the toe up towards my shin until I feel a moderate stretch on the back of my thigh. And again, I'm going to hold that for 15 to 20 seconds, and I'm going to do the same on both sides. So thank you very much. That's the end of this little video clip. And next, what we'll be aiming to do is to bring all the sections together into one complete exercise session. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Until next time, you've been watching Tim the Gym at Stronger for Longer. Thanks very much. Bye.